Kal Hala, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Brakatah Hawa, Brakatah Shai, Brakatah Hawa, Brakatah Shai, Brakatah Hawa, Brakatah Shai, the water, Habab Babal, Kal Kadash. I'd like to give double honors to the elders, apostles, great millstone that teach this truth, the 100% truth according to the Bible. The title of this lesson today is going to be somewhere along the line of this place is going to burn. And we're talking about Babylon the Great, man. And just kind of been putting together this lesson for the past few days. And Lord will, through the Spirit, I'm able to get this out for edification purposes. And kind of inspired me because, I live out in the rural area, out in the so we like to call country down south. And I was cutting the field the other day because we have a little bit of property, and I was cutting the field, what they call bush hogging. And what it is, when you got a big field, you have a tractor and you pull this piece of equipment behind it that chops up the grass, cuts it kind of low to the ground a little bit. And if you got a big field, the grass gets kind of tall, maybe like a foot or so. And but if you don't cut over a period of time, you get a lot of weeds that grow in between it. A lot of briars, sticky bushes that you can't hardly walk through. All type of weeds and things that's going to pretty much eventually over a period of time is going to drown out the grass. And Slocky, let me cut across that real quick. Right now, man, the temperature down here is reading over 100 or something. Right now it's saying 99, but I know it's over 100 degrees because right now we're in what we call a heat wave, man. And the planet is pretty much ready to go back into the Lord is going to have to reset this place, But let me get back to my lesson is that when you have this field and stuff start to have a lot of overgrowth and it drowns out the grass, like I said, I'm bush hogging it. But if you let it go for a long period of time, it just weeds begin to take over and the briars begin to take over, and you can't access that land. You won't be able to walk through. It's damn near almost impossible. A lot of undergrowth and things that makes it damn near impossible to have access to your property. So and if it get to that bad, sometime what you have to do is they call it a prescribed burn, and where you would take you give it the fire department, they'll clean out around the edge of your property where sand, where it goes down to the dirt, and that's so the fire can't jump across. You kind of create a barrier, and then they would do what we call a prescribed burn, where they would burn a certain section. It depends on the wind or if there's no wind, and they control the burn. And you would burn that piece of property to get rid of all the weeds and the briars and all that. And once it burns it down to the ground, it's just nothing but just landscape. It's charred landscape. And then the nutrients from the briars and the weeds, goes back and replenishes the earth. So usually when the spring comes around the next year, it's all new growth. It's all grass, because you pretty much burnt up the seedlings from the briars and from the weeds. You burned up all the seeds so it can't reseed itself. And then therefore, like I say, when spring rolls around, the grass has a chance to get a jump on the weeds and the briars, and the grass can give you good, pretty beautiful green ground cover. So that's the same way I look at it with this, this truth, man, in this world that we're in right now, mainly here in Babylon the Great, man. We have become such a degenerate vine, man, that the Lord is going to have to come back and it's going to have to chart this place, man. And that's what it's talking about in Revelations, man. When it's talking about the Lord coming back and that beast that sits upon the whore, the Lord is going to destroy with fire this time, It's not talking about the whole earth, it's talking about here in Babylon the Great, America, because it's become totally wicked. And our people that reside here, man, have taken on the ways of the heathen and become worse than the heathen. That's what separates us as a people, you so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, from these other heathens, man. We have laws that we're supposed to abide by. That's supposed to guide us in our daily our daily life, man. And what kind of inspired me, because I was watching this brother's video, brother named Jeremy Hill, and he kind of do black content, talking about a lot about Eve, going off on how how women become. And brother's not in the truth, but he speaks a lot on how the women of our nation have become degenerate, And so this is a video that he did, and it's going into how the HIV and all the STD rates in the city of Houston. I think that's where he's broadcasting out of, where he's from. And I guess they have this thing now where they have, Houston's almost like one of the black meccas of the South, Houston and Atlanta. And so a lot of our people reside there, and they go there like for vacation during the summertime, in hot girl summers, and they have all type of events. Well, the STD rates there in Houston is so bad, man, that it's almost like an epidemic, a pandemic almost. So let me hit this brother video and let him kind of break it down, and then I'm gonna hit some precepts after that to use for edification, man, and why the Lord is going to destroy this wicked place, man. And this is only for educational purposes, not any not for monetary gain.
272 people were diagnosed with HIV as of, you guessed it, last week. There were 315 HIV case reports from adults and 18 from pediatrics. And the crazy part is this is all of last week. This isn't even a month's worth of data. Can you imagine a year? If you have...
I'm telling y'all, man, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna show, after this clip, I'm gonna show you what they got going on in Houston today. It's a 3-day event. And all I can say is, it's bad out here, y'all. It's really bad out here. It's terrible out here. There's a song by this rap guy, I think called Beat King, whatever. I can't remember the exact words to the song, y'all. But the lyric, it goes something like this. You don't want a girl, because you don't want to share, or you don't want a man because you don't want to share. And then he follows that with a lyric that says, this is Houston. Everybody fucking everybody. And I'm going to tell you something. That's the truth. That is the truth. There's a lot of passing around over here. There's a lot of passing bras around over here without condoms, without protection. But it's not just specific to Houston. It's all over the country. Right now we're getting some attention for it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, man, people out there just chasing pleasures. There's a lot of women doing this stuff. Don't let these women make you think that they don't like the pipe, man. A lot of women like the pipe. A lot of women don't care about getting into relationships. They don't care about any of that stuff. Some of these women just want to be ran through, bro. And I'm going to show you that in a minute, but I want you to understand that women have got a lot of men fooled into thinking that the reason why women cheat is because something that the man did or not, or just something that he's not doing it. Sometimes she is just a hoe and she likes to do it. Okay, like people who do pornography. I can't stand you too. I gotta substitute words and stuff. You know the word that rhymes with porn. Again, the women who do porn today.
And basically, like he's saying there, man, very promiscuous, very degenerate behavior, man. And that's our people, and mainly our women, because our women's supposed to only have one partner for the rest of her whole entire life. Now, man, if you go through the scripture, a man can have more than one wife, And this is not the time for it, the time that we're in now, because right now we're still in our captivity. But a woman, she's supposed to only have one partner throughout her whole life, unless her man dies, and then she can have another partner after then. But the further we stray away from these laws, statutes, and commandments, the more we're going to be destroyed, man. And a lot of it's destroyed through sexual immorality, man. Through sexual perversions that's going on amongst our nation.
Yeah, man, we got to do better than this, y'all. We got to do better.
Let me hit this.
It ain't gonna get no better. Starting today. Now let's get back to the video. I want to try to explain to you why H-Town is in the situation that it is. It's not just because of the lifestyle, people. I ain't trying to put it all on them. It ain't just because of people out there.
It is because of lifestyle.
Doing what they're doing now.
It is because
it's that with a whole lot of other stuff going on.
So let me stop it there. It is because of lifestyle, man. Because we have strayed away from what we're supposed to do. Sexual immorality And that's what's destroying our people.
Let me play this for you. 1 second. Let me get on your screen. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry about that. I do apologize. Trying to do so much right here. There we go.
As a word of warning, so I recently spoke with someone who works in healthcare, and he said that the STDs are soaring in parts of Texas, like Houston especially, and Austin. And he's never seen so many people this careless about their sexual health. Gonorrhea, chlamydia, it's gotten so bad that they're even putting up fucking billboards in Houston to like wrap it up. I don't understand why people are not serious about their sexual health. And as a word,
and she ain't lying, because when you go to H-Town, you see a whole board talking about boards, those same boards are like, please protect your people.
And it's not just, like I said, it's not just Houston, it's all over, man. It's all over. The further we stray away from these laws, statutes, and commandments, you know, the closer we become to death, man, being destroyed as a people. Eating these abominable foods, causing diseases like high blood pressure, all these things, man.
Yeah. It says Lifestyle HTX presents. That means that, you know, it's a lifestyle, a swinging thing. And a lot of time, man, because the partners I know that'll tell you straight up, they ain't always using protection, man. They swapping juices, they are swapping fluids. The next time, baby. Let's keep going.
you have never learned to keep your legs closed in your life, I behoove you. I pray that this gives you the spirit of urgency to do so expeditiously. There are people out here who knowingly have these diseases and just giving it to y'all in rotation, like clockwork. Keep them legs closed. And if you're courting someone or proving them, get a test.
Yeah, there's people saying the event is called. If you can see it on your screen. Hold on. Because I know some people that's in that swinger lifestyle thing. I know some of these folks, man. They have these little groups and stuff. But I'm going to show you something. This is what the event is called. If you can see it on your screen. Hold on. The event this weekend now is called, it's called What Happens in Houston Weekend. Let me blow it up a little bit bigger. That's what you're looking at. It's a pool party. Do you remember what happened at the Mocha Fest that took place maybe 7 or 8 months ago in Houston? This is a 3-day event where everybody gonna be fucking, okay? Everybody gonna be half naked or naked fucking on the premises and stuff like that. This is what they got going on today. It starts today. $25 only. Got a celebrity guest, boom, ride, vendors, 3 events. Let me back it up. 3 events in 3 days, starting from June 21st to June 23rd. Can you dig it? And that's all the information you need. And if you look at the top right here, it says Lifestyle HTX presents. That means that, you know, it's a lifestyle, a swinging thing. And a lot of time, man, because the partners I know that'll tell you straight up, they ain't always using protection, man. They swapping juices, they are swapping fluids and all the other kind of stuff like that. They're snowballing, catching nut in the mouth and spitting in the mouth of other people and shit like that. That's what's going on. Let me show you another thing right quick and next time. H-Town got some freaks, and Dallas do too. Dallas got this stuff out there real bad. Dallas got a whole lot of swinger things and events. And I know a girl that I'll tell my chief moderator. She on that gang bang. She charging gang bang money. I'll get that in a minute. Now look at this right here. I got this off of Facebook, and as you can tell over here, I can't play the video. And she's on there trying to demonstrate how her body look. You see on the other side somebody smack on the butt and shit. But look at what the caption say. Hey, 1 day away from the biggest LS, which is swinger event of the year. So big, it needed a whole weekend to fit everything in. Who all coming out Friday to the lingerie party? You get what I'm saying? So you did. That's exactly what they got going on.
And if you're not familiar with swinging, what it is, you know, couples, married couples get together with other couples. You don't have to be married, but get together with other couples, and you know, you swap wives, and everybody just, you know, indulge in all type of sexual perversions with each other. And you know, just like it was in the time of the Romans and the Greeks, man. Same wicked shit that was going on then is going on now, man. 2.0. And then that's why we have all these diseases is all in there. And it's nothing but bringing but death and degeneracy to our nation, man. And that's why the Lord's going to have to bring that fire, that smoke, and it's going to have to scorch the earth, man. It's going to scorch the earth of you Negroes, man. You so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. You niggas got to go. And here's another degenerate woman up
A
here.
lot of people think that because you're living with HIV, it's so scary to date you, but really,
Check
like
this.
Houston, especially.
Check this big piece out.
Okay, so I recently spoke with someone who works in healthcare, and he said that the STDs are soaring in.
Shalaka. Let me move it up.
Give me a moment or two.
So you're free to look down in my TikToks and find that. So, person, this is no stigma towards people that.
Now, give me a moment or two. I'll put it up on your screen, y'all. Yeah, man, we gotta do better than this, y'all. We got to do better than this, but it ain't gonna get no better. Let's play.
I'm gonna talk about the time that I almost contracted syphilis here in Houston. So I want to preface this conversation by saying this is no shade to the person. This is no stigma towards people that are living with other STDs and STIs. I myself am openly living with HIV. I talk about my journey here on TikTok. There's a story time on there about how I contracted because I know there's going to be a question in the comments. So you're free to look down in my TikToks and find that. So to the story time.
Before she gets started, I want you to notice when I show these videos of women with HIV and stuff like that, I want you to know how pretty they are. They're beautiful. I ain't talking about this woman on the screen right now. I'm talking about the other women that I've been playing yesterday and today, how they look nice, they look real good. You'll never think they have any of that stuff that they're talking about. Think about it. Now you got old Big Bertha here with a big old titty full of HIV. Let's keep going.
Y'all, I was out here living my best life, dating folks, hanging out. I am a queer woman, so I typically date like studs, trans men, men, folks that are in the LGBTQ spectrum. So y'all, I was talking to this stud. She was so cute and like she was fine, like super fine. And I was really attracted to her. And at the time I was working at a STD and STI clinic where we tested people for HIV, syphilis, gonorrhea, that type of stuff. And so a lot of people think that because you're living with HIV, it's so scary to date you. But really, as a person living with HIV, I'm very cautious of the people I date because I know my test results. Every 3 months, I'm going to go get lab work. We're doing testing for all these STDs and STIs. Like, I'm good on my health paperwork. I go to the doctor every 3 months. Like, I'm good. I'm worried about people who haven't seen the doctor in years and are just out here living their best life and not paying attention to their health. So,
and I can understand what she's saying, but I want you to look at it from a different angle, y'all. This woman already told you that she has HIV, and this woman is so much of a whore that she was putting herself in a situation where she could possibly get syphilis as well on top of HIV. See, I don't get.
And try to make that make sense, man. Now here you are already walking around with HIV. She's already, so she's still living that lifestyle where she's sleeping with trans men, studs. She's living the LGBT lifestyle, man. And Lord is put these diseases out here to destroy these degeneracy off the face of the earth. But it's got so bad to the point now that he's just gonna have to bring that hellfire, man. And like I said, it's gonna have them ICBM missiles, those the angels with the Lord coming back, and them laser beams, and it's gonna have to set this place ablaze, man. And it's kind of ironic, like I said, the temperature all over, it's a major heat wave all over the planet, and it's just kind of a omen, man, of what's yet to come, man. This is just the beginning. So you imagine how hot it is now. Imagine when that hellfire comes, what it's going to be like. It's like a time like never before, man. Worse than Sodom and Gomorrah, man, 2.0. So the Lord has got to destroy this place, man. It's amazing.
this is not.
I love hip hop, man. I love certain hip hop, but in the real talk.
Let me see if there's any more here.
Texas Christian University. Come on.
But that's pretty much it on that video. But yeah, we in just a hellacious time, man, to be living. They be raising a child, and they push this perversion on these young kids at an early age, man. All type of alphabet community agendas. Hell with the bad eating of the food. They pushing the pork, the lobster, shellfish, all these things that's contrary to the Bible, man. These things are celebrated in this society. And it starts off here in Babylon the Great, man, and it's pushed throughout the whole world, man, the whole nation. And that's why the Lord is going to have to come back and pretty much destroy this wicked place. But I'm going to follow this up with some precepts, you know, for edification purposes, and why we're going through and what the Lord is going to do, man. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26, verse 9. We're going to read from 9, 10, and 12. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and her eyelids. You know how women are today, man. They wear them crazy ass eyelashes that brothers don't like. You know, these lace fronts with these fake hair on the head. All type of pounds of makeup on their faces, man, and they're almost unrecognizable. The women of the day, our women look almost like transvestite men, and that's what they turn themselves into. And not to mention the detestable foods that they eat and how it has distorted their bodies, man, with these wide backs, wide shoulders, man. But they still have that proud spirit on them. And it's no coincidence that here it is, what they call this Pride Month, man. A total month of total abominations, man. Where it's, you know, where they push this agenda to be prideful of being to being a Mo, man, to being a sodomite. And we know what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah, man. That's why the Lord is going to destroy this place, man, because pride coming for destruction. Thus says the Lord. Ecclesiasticus chapter 26, verse 10. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through over much liberty. So you give our daughters too much freedom, man. This is what's going to happen. They're going to have these hot girl summers heading up to Atlanta, to Houston, to all these South Beach, Miami, over there in the West Coast, and down in Jamaica, and just getting wild, man. All type of orgies and what they call wife swapping and shit, as they call swinging. And I just found out today that they do that on the cruise ships. They put something on the door, and if it's something on the door, it symbolizes that they're a swinging couple. You can introduce yourself and, you know, and get in with that lifestyle. And it starts off with these Edomites, man, and they push that shit on our people, and our people eat it up. That's why they're going to be destroyed right along with the heathen. That's when the Bible is talking about, you know, the Lord's going to talking about our people, man, being heathens, because before we received this truth, we were all heathens, man. Even though we're so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, until we have been comforted with this truth, we were living like the heathens. So we were considered as heathen. And those 2/3 are going to be destroyed right along with the heathen. Ecclesiasticus chapter 26, verse 12. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he have found a fountain. When he have found a fountain, and drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down, and upon every quiver against every arrow. So that means she's going to open her legs to all type of different men. Now it's all type of different women. You know, she's opened her mouth as a thirsty traveler. You know, they, like the brother was saying, they get skeeted on in their mouth, and they take it and pass and swap it to, you know, just total degeneracy amongst our people, man. It's just total wickedness. And our people has a grievous wound, man. They totally infected in the mind and the spirit. And that's why the Lord is going to bring the cure. And that cure is going to be 2/3 of our people going to be destroyed here in Babylon the Great, man. And they're going to get pure, cleansed. They're going to come back to the loins of the elect, that chosen vine, man. That few that's going to be salvaged up out of here, and they're going to come back to the loins, and then they're going to be right. Because the laws, statutes, commandments it's going to be in their DNA. They're not going to go off again, you know. And the heathen's not going to be in rulership anymore, because it's going to be a righteous law laid upon the land, man. And all upon the land is going to fear Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. That's true fear of the Lord, man. That's how you show that you love the Lord, is by fearing the Lord and doing what he asks you to do. By being obedient, man, following these laws, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability. I'm going to go to Prophet Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 21. Yet I have planted thee a noble vine, holy and right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? So the Lord has, you know, he brought us out of Egypt. He gave us our homeland. He gave us the law, statutes, commandments that we're supposed to abide by. But yet, you know, we going off, you know, following these other gods, following these other deities, these other nations, man. And so we become just as vile as and abominable as these other nations. We become that degenerate vine that's going to have to be pulled up and plucked out and put into the hellfire. And that's why the Lord call our people heathens, man. They just like the damn heathens, so they're going to have to be destroyed. That's what's spoken of when people talking about it in the New Testament. The Lord has called everybody on, to this truth. And not everybody supposed to call to this truth. Only you Israelites, you so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and our people that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth that look like the other nations. Prophet Isaiah chapter 1 verse 9. Except the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh of hosts had left us a very small remnant, we should all have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. Talking about the remnant that's going to be saved. Isaiah chapter 1 verse 10. Hear the word of the Lord Yahweh, ye rulers of Sodom, give ear unto the law of our God. Our God, that's specifically our God, man. Talking about Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh. Ye people of Gomorrah. So Lord sent out a warning to them to turn back from their wicked ways, and he ended up smoking the whole place. Same thing's going to have to hear in Babylon the Great. The word is going out, man, on the highways and byways and through the internet to warn our people to turn back. But Jake, man, Jake is not listening. Jake is rather listen to his oppressor and follow their ways, and therefore he's going to be destroyed. The book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion. And how we blowing the trumpet? We're telling our people to turn back, man. We're telling them to follow these laws, statutes, commandments, to call on the name of the Lord, the true name of the Lord, not this Jesus Christ, man. Yahweh being the Father, Yahweh Shai being the Son. And sound the alarm of the holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh. For it is nigh at hand. We at that time, man. We see these things are approaching. We see these prophecies being fulfilled. We know we at the end time, man. And Lord will that it be tomorrow, man. Today wouldn't be soon enough for the Lord come back, man, and drop everything that he has on this place, man, and destroy this place, man. Because our people have no fear of the Lord. The book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 6 through 8. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people shall not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord hath not done it? Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. And the prophets are people who are out here prophesying what the Lord has written down and to warn our people. They prophesying to tell you that we got these prophecies is about to come down, man. Talking about the MOTB, the mark of the beast. We're talking about, because we're almost at that time now, man. You're not going to be able to buy or sell, man. Talking about Jacob's trouble, where all type of insurrection is about to break loose around here. And then, the final, the World War III, the final war, man. The Valley of Jehoshaphat. Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing unless he revealeth the secret unto his servants, the prophets. The lions have roared, who will not hear? The Lord God Yahweh has spoken, who can but prophesy? Only the Lord's men, man, those who he gave this truth to, are only ones that's going to be able to receive this and going to be able to prophesy the truth of the Lord, man. You got a lot of false prophets out here that saying they are the men of the Lord, but many of them they lying, man. They just doing it for filthy lucre, man. They just being paid to distract you by the upper elites, to distract you from the real truth, man. The book of Matthew, chapter 3, verse 10. And now also the ox is laid unto the root of the trees, therefore, Shalakia. And now also the axe is laid unto the root of the trees, therefore every tree which bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down. It is cast into a fire. So any tree that's not bringing forth good fruit, it's going to be cut down. It's going to be put into a burn pile, man. I got a burn pile out here right now that I need to set ablaze, man. But I can't do it because it's been so dry and hot. It'd be done caught the whole field on fire. So I'm gonna have to wait for a good rain and for the place to get back green again in order to burn this burn pile. But I have like of cut old trees and limbs and things that need to be burnt. Jeremiah chapter 21 verse 14. But I will punish you according to the fruit of your doings, said the Lord Yahweh. I will kindle a fire in the forest, therefore, and it shall devour the things round about it. So that burning power right now, because it's all dried out, man, it's like kindling, man. This whole field actually that I have here, it's like kindling for a fire, man, because it don't take much to set it ablaze, man. That's how here it is in Babylon the Great, man. All these sins are piling up, man. It's like fuel for a fire, man. And all it's going to take just that one little spark to set everything off, to set everything in motion. But it's all according to the Lord's plan when these things going to happen. But, just like as the weather is, you can tell when it's about to rain because of the forecast. You can see the skies. Same way as it is with these truths, man. Because you by reading the Bible, we understand these things are coming to naught. These things are happening right now before us, man. The book of Isaiah chapter 5 verse 24. Therefore as the fire devoureth the stubble and the flame consumeth the chaff, so their roots shall be as rottenness and their bosom shall be as the dust, because they have cast away the law which we're supposed to still continue to abide by, the Lord of hosts, and despise the word of the Holy One of Israel. So our people don't want to hear the word, man. You give them this word, man, they turn their back on you. They don't want to hear the word of the Lord, man. Jake want to live in his sin. Jake want to I wouldn't want to have their hot girl summer, man. Jake just want to do what the hell Jake want to do. And when I'm talking about Jake, I'm talking about you Israelite, you so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. The book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 3. A fire devoureth before them. And what's that fire? All these pestilence and diseases and things is going on, man. And behind them a flame burneth the land as the garden of Eden before them. And them a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them. And part of that flame, man, is these diseases out here, man. That's the Lord has conjured up to use that as part of your judgment. So a lot of people got HIV, late stage syphilis, and all these things, man. They're gonna die. They're gonna die a grievous death, man. You think they still with all these things that they're gonna turn back from their sin? No, they even get more wicked, like that woman was saying, man. Here she's she got HIV. She works at a health clinic, so she's still living that lifestyle. She done turned up a whole nother notch. What she's telling you in the video says she's good. I'm good. She's good, all right. She's good for the fire, man. And that's our people. And it's no coincidence that people talk about when you get the disease, you burn it. Yeah, you burning, all right. You burning towards death, man. You're going to be destroyed. And a lot of these diseases come from, a lot of these Edomites, they like to sleep with the animals, with the, where they were sleeping. I think you go back and you look it up, like syphilis come from, sleeping with sheep and livestock and dogs and those things, syphilis, gonorrhea, a lot of these other diseases. You go back and look at the origin of these diseases, where they come from, and really spirit, sexual immorality, man. Sleeping, doing anal sex and all these other abominable things that we're not supposed to be conducting ourselves in, man. And you have a group called ISUPK telling their members, man, it's Israelite group, One West Israelite group, telling their members that they can commit sodomy, man. They can how can I say this? They can stick their rod in their woman's rear parts, man. So you got to be careful of some of these groups that's out here that profess that they're speaking in the name of the Lord, man. They're not. They're speaking on their own behalf, man. But they have their purpose, because only the Lord's elect is going to be able to discern who these people are. Zechariah chapter 14 verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewithin the Lord Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. The flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and the eyes shall consume away while their holes and their tongues shall consume away in their mouth. And that's talking about them ICBM, them nuclear warheads, man. You see what's going on with Putin and these other nations, man, these BRICS nations, man. And then even the NATO allies, man, all these nations are going to turn on Babylon, man. They're going to turn on that whore that sits upon the beast, man, that sits upon the system, that pushes all these agendas on it throughout the whole world, man. These wicked agendas. The book of Psalms, chapter 50, verse 3. Our God Yahweh shall come and shall not keep silence. A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very tempestuous round about him. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2. Book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 5 and 6. Behold, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world. And what are them plagues, man? All these pestilence, these diseases. Now they're talking about a bird flu. We just still within the C-19 thing, you know. I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, the famine. Sword is talking about these modern day weapons, man. Famine, you know, they're talking about food shortages. You know, you're bringing all these migrants over here, you know. All type of dissension that's going on. It's creating a chaotic condition here in Babylon the Great, man. For violence, wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. For right now, wickedness has exceedingly taken over, man. And it's vexing, like it was in the time of Lot, man. Lot was vexed with all that shit that was going on in Sodom and Gomorrah, man. That's why the Lord sent those angels down to warn Lot to get the hell out of there. But our way is getting out, man. It's spiritual. We're not supposed to physically flee, but we spiritually disconnect from this place. Because the Lord, according to the Bible, man, He's going to separate us from the rest of the people, man, and He's going to bring them UFOs, man. These chariots, and it's going to deliver up His people, man. Same way as it was in the time of Egypt. Not all of Israel, only the elect. St. Luke chapter 18, verse 7. And shall not Yahweh avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? So we crying out day and night, man, constantly crying out to the Lord, man, to come get us out of this place, man, to come save us, man. We need saving, man, because we can't do it ourselves. Nothing we can do carnally is going to save us in this time, man. It's all going to have to be spiritual. The Lord is going to have to come to get us out of here. We can't do anything to protect our kids. Our kids are being assaulted by this wicked agendas. There's nothing that we can do, man. We see all this perversions and shit that's going on. But that's pretty much it, man. I have a lot of other precepts, but that's pretty much want to kind of get that point out there, man. It's just a hellacious time, man. We're really going to the summer months. You know, you see a lot of deletions going on, a lot of murders, you know, what's going on in these cities and things. And it's just the beginning of it, man. It's just the beginning of sorrows, man. So Lord will, man, this be the year, man. Everything takes off, man. And we know that our redemption draws nigh, man. We know that we almost in that time when the Lord is going to come back and gather up His elect. And Lord will, we are the elect, man. Lord will, that we are able to endure these hardships that are about to come upon the earth. So, you know, with that being said, man, Lord will, man, this lesson is edifying, man. Just hold on, Jake. Just hold on. You know, endure these last days. With that, say shalom.